Welcome to the Seaking Casino. I can tell you've got a gambling addiction and you want to play Pokemon Pocket, so like hand in hand, brothers in arms. This is a coin flip heavy deck that I took to a 50 or so man tournament over the weekend. It was a Brazilian qualifier for a tournament with 32 slots that had a $40 prize pool. So interesting gimmick they got going on there. I don't speak any Portuguese, so I couldn't really tell you how driven the community was, but everyone that I played could type in English, so that's not the point. But the point is that I got some great games to show you, and here's this coin flip heavy deck. It's super crazy, coin flip based fun. Everything in here requires coin flips to work. First of all, Seaking, as you know, has got the Horn Hazard attack. It's 80 damage, but on a coin flip. So heads, you get 80 damage. Tails, you get nothing. That's fun. Because it's a water deck, you gotta run Kangaskhan. It's got Comet Punch, which is flip 2 coins, you get 30 damage per heads. And of course, Lapras. Now Lapras, the Bubble Drain does not take coin flips, but to use it, you basically have to do Misty coin flips. It's 80 damage, heal 20. But you've got to power it up with Misty, which is flip coins until you get tails. You get 1 energy, 1 water energy per heads, but you do have to pick the target before you coin flip, so you don't know if you're going to get a lot or a little. You just got to go all in. But we got some Farina in here. We got Giovanni, we got Professor Oak, we got Pokeball, X Speed for retreat, potions for healing because we already are doing healing, so I think we keep that, and of course the Lucky Cat coin. Anyways, thank you for sitting through the intro. I got a handful of games. I made it to round 3. It was single elimination. I did go 2-1 with this deck, but here's some gameplay with it, and it works fine. All right, into the first game. I'm going first. It's not great to go first. We're going against a Mewtwo deck with Gardevoir, of course. Now the choice, of course, is do I put down the Kangaskhan or the Goldeen? If I can draw into the Seaking to do raw damage for 50-50, and there's a quarter chance or something that Kangaskhan does it, but whatever. So it was open team sheets, open deck list. Also, we're sped up. Sorry, we're at 2.5 speed. I don't know if that's ideal for this or not. It's already a pretty fast game, but in the option of brevity, I didn't want to be here all day commentating a 30-plus minute video, so it's only going to be like 17 minutes or something. Pretty standard first turn. Does get 2 Mewtwo's on the bench, which is a little scary, but that means if I can start dealing damage to one of them, we can start doing pretty well. But let's see how it goes. I put the energy there because we had to research there. So we do have the Misty option next. Now the cool thing about the Misty is that if we just get a little bit high rolly, we can start doing 80 damage consistently and healing. And as long as they don't get a Gardevoir setup, which they've got the Krylia, so we are in a little bit of danger zone, but that's 3 energies on it. I think we retreat into it all day because doing 20 damage does nothing. The 80 here is a 2-shot. Now, if they heal, they go to 90, and then Giovanni is my only option to 1-shot it. I believe they only had 1 potion in the deck, if I'm not super mistaken, but this is the correct play realistically. They didn't slap down the Gardevoir, which is fine. I always hate when they save it for their last thing. I just want to know if you're going to do it or not. They don't have it, but I happen to have Sabrina. Now this is interesting because anything they put in front of me is good. I can damage the Mewtwo, and look, they're going to just hand me this Mewtwo, which I think is a misplay. I'm going to be honest with you, is a misplay. But you don't give me the Krylia, obviously, because the Krylia is your win condition, and there's the Gardevoir, so good choice not doing it. They've got a second routes down. Now, they only hit me for 50 here. Now, this is interesting because I get the 80 hit, and I put down a water, and I get the 80. I don't think I do anything here other than maybe you do the Misty, but I think, honestly, it's kind of a waste, but I think I end up doing it. And now, of course, it's going to be a good one, is that I just get a ton of energy on there. That could give me a pivot, but they're at an awkward spot because 1 energy gets them into the 4 and then 1 more back to 3. So, right? Is that right? No, because they'll be at 4. Yeah, as long as they don't put the energy, they should put the energy onto the. They concede here. Obvious victory, easy win for me. And we'll go just a second, I guess, or something. But I will say is that I absolutely love flipping the coins. think that's the gimmick of water in this game, and I think that it's a fun gimmick and you should embrace it. Misty will always let you down and when you don't need it. Like last game I got it, but, you know, whatever. So pretty big turn here, getting all this stuff down. You go ahead and put it on the Lapras here because you don't want to waste it if they come up and kill somehow on the Goldeen, but also you doing 20 damage is nothing. You doing the 80 damage, I don't think the math matters much because 80 kills or 2 shots everything, but 20 plus 80 is 100. I don't think anything has 100, and we get a heads for it, the big kill. Love that. Now, the correct option is to put in the other Mewtwo, I think, and stall with the 1 point, but he's going to try to start swinging, I guess. There's no way he's going to, like, get the Gardevoir up that fast, but I think you do the little one and charge up the big one, because it does take me at least 2 hits, and because of the coin flips, it's going to take me, you know, on average more. The average expected damage output is 40 per turn, so that's like 80 and then 0, or 0 then 80. And so on. So, like, theoretically, he could have 3 or more turns. And look, you got the routes down. So, smacking me doesn't do me much, but if he does a 50, he could kill me. So I got a potion here. Potion doesn't exactly matter on the Lapras because 150 always kills. Now this, again, you come into a play here, and this is real interesting. In the moment, I was very debating the play that I should make. You know, which play, but we got to go for the kill. And the guaranteed one, as much fun as the coin flips are, would be to go into the Lapras, but I don't do that because we want him to take the 1 prize first, and potentially a second 1 prize if we can get the second Seaking. We want to get as much damage on the board as we can. And of course, we hit the tails there like last turn, so it was correct for that, I think. We Sabrina him into that, and now we come in with the guaranteed damage. Again, that's kind of your choice. He can hit me for 50. He could get the big Sideburn off. Yeah, and he gets it because he gets the Gardevoir out. Now the Psy Shadow goes into effect, and he can do the 150. And he's going to be able to do that every turn after this because he's got 2 on the other one too. Now this is the absolute clutchest things. I could do the Misty. I could do something else. But he needs 1 prize. I can take 2 prizes this turn. Giovanni into flip a heads. And you kill it for 90. That's, you know, 50% of the time that was a win, and that was going to be the easiest one. Now, this is actually round 3. It's against Pikachu EX. Round 2 was a bye. Not a bye. The guy didn't show up. He didn't check in, so he DQ'd himself. It was single elimination, so he won the first round, but he didn't show up for the second round, so I don't know if he just got busy or what. This was an early morning tournament, and I'm, you know, I'm up pretty early usually, so I wasn't super upset about that. We need to pull a Misty or a Lapras off that so we can use the Misty, which we of course don't get. I don't know the correct order for doing things. I've heard that you should poke and then Pokeball because you might draw into a thing and then you're guaranteed another basic, but I don't know. Thinning is winning is always what I've said. There's 2 punches. Total of 60 possible, and we got the 30, so the average expected damage output. And I think that's completely fine for something like this. The opponent does a lot of thinking here. He's a big thinking man, and he, to be fair, he won this match. So I think that it's worth it for him to think this hard. But I think you always kind of see he's coming in with this, and he can't attack, right? Because this is the first turn. I think you always leave the Pin Urchin up front, or at least not the Pikachu. He's going down to the very last second here, and he didn't have any other plays to make, so he was just doing his math, just thinking. I do lose my chance to use a Misty this turn, but I don't need it exactly. I've got 2 Misties in hand, but yeah, I don't know what would be the big draw, the reason to use it on a Goldeen. I don't have a Seaking. I don't have the Lapras. I need them, either one. I need the Lapras, honestly. You can't be wasting Misties on that. He comes up with that, and he's going to take the KO, which is smart because 80 is a lot, and Giovanni plus 80 is a kill. Same thing, Giovanni plus 80 on the Lapras would be a kill. So we're back into the Kangaskhan. We do pull Lapras here, and of course, now we only need 2 Misty flips, and honestly, we can do so good with the Misties. There's 1 energy, and you got 1 from the pool. So next turn I can attack, at least. He can't knock out the Kangaskhan. but then you wonder, do you go harder and try and do the big kill or not? So I don't think he ever just wins off this. I mean, I guess if he Sabrina's is the big question. I do get one hit on the Lapras, but retreating it is actually the big brain play. I can't do the 130. He's going to do 20 to me, which will be enough to kill me next turn with the Pikachu. I do have the potion for the play, and I think that's always a strong option. I probably could have Mistied, probably should have potioned, but we just go for this. Now the concern here is that we need to get everything down. Everything on the board needs to be below 80 health, or at least at 80 health. 90 health would be the worst. I don't think we'd use the GM out of this game, so that could be an option, but it's he's manipulating it well. Now I'm out of potion range, unless I use double potions, which I have one. Don't have the second one. So it was good to have saved it in that regard. Sabrining feels tempting, to be honest with you. I think you always want to Sabrina here, try and get one of those things down. If he brings up the Raichu, which is correct, you punch it and hopefully get some damage on it, and then you can kill it. But it's real tough. I think if I had to do it all over, I might choose to not do the Sabrina. I might go for the Misty and just kind of punch into the Zapdos, get real low. Because that could potentially, 260s kills it, that could potentially give you the option to, and this of course is a big play with, you can't surge here, but you can retreat out and kill it, or at least damage a bunch. Having the Zapdos at lower health, like in threatening knockout with just Kangaskhan, could have been a big play. Now we do have the potions, so I think you always want to try for something like this, where you try and give them a big healthy Lapras to kill. And nothing can one-shot except for the Raichu, which will have 3 energies this turn, so, Where do you put the energy? I mean, you put it back on there. It's below 80. That's what I wanted. Told you I wanted it. Now the problem is you gotta get the Raichu up, and he's just never gonna pick the Raichu as the Sabrina target. I think I already used both Sabrinas. But either way, it's a big play. Come into that. Correct. You bait out anything because the Raichu now can kill everything. If I had had another Goldeen, we could have talked. Could have seen what was going to happen. You heal it up though, and it's going to bubble drain. Back to full health. And he just has to misplay at this point, so he gets this. He gets this one. So, Cornflex, good DM on this one, right? Speaking of, this was a fun one because he chose the room code and he said ILY Broski, which is I love you Broski, of course. Cornflex, cool guy. German streamer, I believe. I don't know if you're familiar with him or something. Maybe I guess I can try and tag him if he's on YouTube. Again, he thinks out his plays a lot. I only had one basic that can go in the front because you can't put Lapras up front. Just everything outspeeds it is the problem. And even if I get it, a single hit off, taking big damage on the Lapras is bad. Ideally, the play would be into Goldeen into Lapras, Seaking. This game though, you can look at the end of the video of the timeline. I don't have the stuff that's needed for this one. It's gonna be real rough, unfortunately. So I think I told you I only lasted 3 rounds. I think there might have been 7 rounds total, but I'm not 100% sure on that. But I didn't make them either way, so here we are. Taking the entire time for his turn. And he's doing the correct thing, because what you're going to want to do here is let this one take a damage and X-speed out. You're going to want to X-speed out. The Sabrina's tempting, and I think the energy on the Pikachu, or you're hitting the Zapdos, and ideally hitting the Zapdos. You don't know if you're going to ever hit with Seaking, right? But we get it. Zapdos now is under 80, and then he's going to bring up the Pikachu. It's the same thing that would have happened in the other one. Oh wait, that was the wrong Pikachu. I'm telling you wrong. That's the Pikachu. I get the Pikachu full art and the Pikachu full art, EX full art, confused all the time. Anyways, we just didn't have time to build this one up, unfortunately. So, you know, we can flip all the heads we want, but it doesn't matter. Well, could it have mattered? No, because he wouldn't have one-shot me back. Yeah, if I had gotten 2 heads there, it would have been great in it. Anyways, my recording studio setup is not ideal for recording gameplay, unfortunately, and if the voiceover was absolutely terrible, that's fair. I could X-feed into this one, Giovanni for 90, but that's the game. So, thanks for watching, I think, and GG's to my opponents. I'm going to do more content because I'm enjoying this game. I'll be honest with you, I'm enjoying this game a lot, so I'm going to do more Pokemon TCG Pocket stuff. But if you like it, come and join me. If not, that's fair. I mean, it's not everyone's game, but it's a big gambling game, baby. Flip some coins.